Deep within the Earth's core, something remarkable has happened. The Earth's core may have gone cold, which means that our planet is dying. That's right. The Earth's core is cold, and this is what you need to know. So stick around for no. 4, which is probably the most important. Welcome back, everyone. It's me. And today we are going to talk about a new study that shows the Earth's core may be going cold. We will look at the implications of this in detail later in the video. But before we do that, let's talk about how scientists made this discovery. The Earth's core is unbelievably hot. At the center of our planet lies an inner core of solid iron and nickel, about 1,200 kilometers in radius with temperatures reaching over 5,000 degrees Celsius. Just above that is the Earth's mantle, a thick layer of hot rock and metal that extends over 2,900 kilometers from the core. To reach the surface, the temperature within the mantle increases with depth. At around 80 kilometers below the surface, it reaches 400 to 700 degrees Celsius. These high temperatures are generated by the decay of radioactive elements such as uranium, thorium, and potassium, as well as the residual heat left over from the Earth's formation. To understand what might be happening inside our planet, scientists use seismic waves, which are waves of energy that travel through the Earth during earthquakes. By analyzing the speed and direction of these waves, they can create images of the Earth's interior, much like doctors use X-rays to image our bones. In 2013, scientists used seismic data to produce the first comprehensive map of the Earth's internal temperature. They discovered that the average temperature of the entire planet was approximately 5,000 degrees Celsius. But that study also revealed anomalies, areas where the temperature was either higher or lower than expected. One such anomaly was found in the Atlantic Ocean, where the temperature was surprisingly low. The researchers suggested that this could be due to a recent mantle plume, a giant upwelling of hot rock from the deep mantle, but not all scientists agree with this interpretation. A team led by Dr. Edward Gierzyński from the Institute of Nuclear Physics in Poland believes that there may be another explanation for the cold spot in the Atlantic and perhaps other similar features elsewhere on the planet. Their new study suggests that the Earth's core may be gradually cooling down. This cooling could be caused by a decrease in the production of radioactive elements in the Earth's mantle, leading to less energy being available to power the internal dynamo. The team believes that this cooling has been happening over millions of years, and that it may be one of the factors contributing to the observed cold spot. So, if the Earth's core is actually cooling down, what does that mean? Well, it could have some pretty big implications. For starters, it could mean that the Earth's magnetic field, which is generated by the motion of the liquid outer core, is getting weaker. And while that might not sound like a big deal, it could actually make us more vulnerable to space weather events like solar storms. Those can disrupt important things like our telecommunications and our power grid system. Additionally, a cooling core could also lead to changes in the Earth's internal structure. As the core cools, it could contract, putting pressure on the mantle and crust, which could potentially trigger more earthquakes and volcanoes. In fact, some people believe that the Earth's recent seismic activity, including a significant increase in earthquakes in 2020, could be evidence of this cooling. Finally, a cooling core could also affect the way that our planet recycles materials. The heat from the core drives the process of convection, which helps to circulate materials throughout the Earth's mantle. If this process slows down, it could lead to a buildup of materials at the Earth's surface, potentially affecting things like our climate and the distribution of resources. Now, while these are all potential risks, it's important to remember that this is still just a hypothesis and more research is needed to confirm it. However, if it turns out to be true, then it would be a pretty big deal. Now, it should be noted that this isn't the first time scientists have proposed that the Earth's core is cooling. In the early 1990s, some researchers argued that seismic data supported the idea of a cooling core. However, other scientists disputed their findings, pointing to the lack of any significant change in the Earth's magnetic field as evidence that the core was still generating enough heat to prevent it from cooling. Since then, the debate has largely died down until now. With the new study adding fresh evidence to the discussion, it seems that this is an idea whose time may be coming again. The Earth's core plays a critical role in shaping our planet's environment. While it may seem like just a bunch of hot rocks beneath our feet, it is actually a dynamic and complex system that influences everything from the strength of our magnetic field to the frequency of volcanic eruptions. The recent proposal that the Earth's core may be cooling down is a fascinating development that has the potential to revolutionize our understanding of our planet. Whether or not it turns out to be true, it's clear that the Earth's core is a source of endless mystery and intrigue. So what can you do to protect yourself from whatever may come next? Well, the good news is that experts say that the effects of a cooling core would likely be felt over thousands or even millions of years. So we humans have plenty of time to prepare. Of course, no one can predict the future with certainty. And there are always risks associated with living on a planet as volatile as Earth. But that is why it is so important to stay informed and to listen to the advice of scientists and experts. By understanding the potential risks and taking steps to mitigate them, we can all do our part to ensure the safety and well-being of ourselves and future generations. What do you think? Is the world really ending? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and share this video with others who might find it interesting. And finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Some people say that the end of the world is near. The signs are all around us. Society seems to be falling apart. People are losing faith in institutions. The economy is unstable, and the threat of war is always present. It's easy to feel like the world as we know it is coming to an end. But what if I told you that the end of the world is actually a new beginning? A chance to create a better world based on the lessons we've learned from the past? A world where we prioritize sustainability, equality, and peace. Imagine a world where we've harnessed the power of renewable energy, where we've eliminated poverty and disease, where we've solved the problems of hunger and homelessness. A world where we've learned to live in harmony with nature, and where we've embraced diversity and inclusion. This is the world that awaits us on the other side of the apocalypse. A world that's better, stronger, and more resilient than the one we've known. We may have to go through some tough times to get there, but the end of the world doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be a chance to start over and create a better future for ourselves and for generations to come. So let us look to the future with hope and optimism, and work towards creating the world we want to live in.